This is the Negro Ninja, and today I'm going to be talking about cock blocking. A while back, I made videos basically saying that cock blocking is hatred, and it is. They're basically trying to stop you not only from getting pleasure, but they're also trying to reduce the chances of you making a copy of yourself. Very sinister thing here, and there is an agenda behind it. Okay, some people cock block just to be a prick. Sometimes it's just not specifically personal. They just want to do it to anybody that they can do it to. It's just evil sometimes. But in many cases, it's certain guys they like to target. Like I said, when you standing out, you're either gonna be a beacon or you're gonna be a target. And usually when you're in the wrong environments, that's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a target. Okay. Now you stand out, but you don't got no control over what people do. Then on top of that, even if you're not one of them type of people, just with that interest in oral or whatever, maybe there's a reason why, they just don't want you to succeed. Like I said, you be in the right environment, okay, and you just have hoes all on you. There's going to be nothing to stop you because the environment love you. The hoes do as well. Okay, and once again, cock blocking is one thing, but a whore allowing it to happen is another. So if she can't really rekindle whatever the hell was just interrupted, then she's a part of that shit. She's an agent. Okay, and on top of that, okay, we already know that some chicks even have people around her just to cock block. Like I was saying with the low frequency points I was making in a few videos ago. Well, the last two videos. Okay, where you see a piece of shit, there's flies around. Wherever there's something stink, there's flies around. Low frequency, cock blocking is low frequency energy. Zzz, all them flies flying around, demons. Okay, and but for the most part, there's usually an agenda behind the cock blocking. Okay, it's to the point where these people just feel the need to do something very similar to that Skittles patrol sweep point that I was making a while back. Very similar to that. They do not want certain dudes to succeed. Okay. And some women may, find a dude attractive, but once again, they be a part of that shit. And these people be so serious about it that they don't mind making a fool out of themselves. Okay. Dudes will even throw themselves away just to keep one dude from getting with a chick. Okay, now I'm finna play y'all some Reddit stories that prove what I'm talking about and how serious cock blocking is, and how it's not just something that people think is funny. Like, people teach you that it's funny from TV shows. You be watching stuff. The one that comes to my mind would be something like Pokemon, like back in the day Pokemon, when Brock was there. And Brock loved all the women. And Misty would just constantly cock block. He'll flirt. She'll hit him in the back of the head. She'll just do whatever she can to do so. Or even a Pokemon would cock block on Brock and just shock him. Or something like that. People was cock blocking on him. Okay. And that's pretty much just conditioning your mind to think that type of shit is cool. Okay. And that could be another reason why some of the people do the shit. Okay. That's not to say that chicks don't go through the same thing. I think they call it clam jam with a hole. Okay. But for the most part, you usually see that happen to the dudes. Okay. It's warfare. Alright, so let's listen to this Reddit.
Cock block you have ever given, gotten, or witnessed.
What is the worst cock block you have ever witnessed, given, or gotten? That was basically what he was saying.
Second year at university, I was sorta seeing this girl. Nothing was official. We were at a club with some mates of ours and this guy starts obviously hitting on her. I then ask my mate to step in and cock block him.
Do you see this shit? Do you see this? Like, what makes this person obligated to just tell somebody? Like I said, when stupid shit come your way, the shit is sent to you. Okay, and that's why I know for a fact that there is an agenda behind it. Okay, it's a conspiracy behind it. Okay, like I said, chicks themselves will even allow themselves to be surrounded by bad company just so that can happen.
He, in his not so sober state, proceeds to step in between them, grab his face, and then make out with him. My mate is a straight guy and this shocked everyone.
your mate is a straight guy, but he just kissed another dude on the mouth. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's an agenda. Okay. And these, you know, like I said, like growing up, I swear, like the cop blocking, like y'all see all the gaslighting I'm talking about. So it's just one thing to be gaslighted 24/7, and then not just by one person, but like I said, I can just give y'all more gaslighting stories. But when people just cop block in the road, just I'm like, God damn, they be on me like white on rice. This right here just prove it. Okay. Like the gang stalking stuff, like I think all these rainbow zombies that was harassing me, I think them niggas was sent to me to harass me. Okay, because people see you, and like I said, I told this story before. It was gonna be another time when I decided to just flat out say, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore women completely because they get on my nerves. They're so fucking dumb. And when I made that decision, I'm like, you know what, I don't care if they beat my ass. I know I was treated bad when I ignored them completely before, but right now I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. As soon as I made that decision, okay, and I made it with an action as well, and I felt as if somebody was surveilling me. And as soon as I, you know, because the chick was just basically trying to assert dominance. Like some chicks just think that you should look because they chicks, and I just do that number there, like how they'll do, you know, like they'll, like sometimes they'll go out of their way to ignore a dude just to try to show herself something. So I just did like this. As soon as that happened, a rainbow zombie, you know, came by and just, you know, got in my line of vision. I'm just looking at something, he just do like this. I'm like, damn, and I had to find the nearest bitch's ass to look at. They be sending this shit towards you. People watch you. Okay. And for whatever reason, they'll just send shit to you. So let's listen.
Needless to say, he moved on out of fear my mate would continue any future.
Matter of fact, this story more or less sounds similar, except that was more extreme because the nigga kissed him on the mouth. He need to get his ass beat for that. He should get shot for that shit.
Advances. When I was a
So this dude cop block. He didn't know what to do. Well, he could have did anything else. Okay. And he kissed another man on the mouth and claiming to be straight. And instead of the dude whooping his ass, he just decided to run off because he didn't, you know, it was just so weird that he didn't want no more of that shit. So what that story is telling me is the dude who was getting cop blocked on was not doing nothing out of the ordinary. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. And I'm pretty sure his game was pretty good as well, because nobody said that he was overly aggressive and touchy on this woman and trying to do stuff against her will. Okay, if anything, he most likely just came at her like a man and was just masculine as possible and just had this bitch in his palms. And like I said, the cop blocking usually starts like when you know, lots of times, you know, you feel as if, okay, I'm almost there, and then something just fuck it up, and that's why they do the shit. Okay, and that's why the shit happened to that dude. The nigga most likely was coming at her and just had her.
When I was a senior in college, this freshman girl my roommate was hitting on was all weirded out about how much younger she was than him and kept going on about it. So I went up to her and said, "You said you're 3 years younger than him?" She said, "Yeah." So I go, "You're 28. Two people were having sex in a car."
I'm telling you, man. Low frequency hole. That was a low frequency hole right there. She had to get somebody to cop block because she feeling insecure. Such a bitch. And I'm still trying to comprehend this story. Let me go back and read that again. I was a senior in college, and this freshman girl my roommate was hitting on was all weirded out by how much younger she was than him. And kept going on about it. Okay, so I went up to her and said, "You said you were 3 years younger than him. You're 28. I just don't really understand.
As younger than him? She said, "Yeah." So I go, "You're 28. Two people were having sex in a car. Two drunk people proceeded to jump up and down on said car. Cut to naked man chasing drunk guys. I'm not sure if this..."
You see how they go out of their way? Like, these people be making a complete ass out of themselves. Like I said, how does somebody else make an ass out of themselves and it keeps you from succeeding? If this nigga was in there. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm finna tell y'all the story again. Like that one time I was in the well, just to give you an understanding of how this is a demon. and how I was able to really pinpoint it. I'm like, yeah, I knew this was a demon. Just when I was just talking to a lady at the train station, wasn't even doing shit. Niggas on the opposite side of the track was dusty, black, and they were just easing back and forth like this. You know, they were just acting. They just couldn't be at ease. They were just acting dumb and shit. They wanted to jump over that track. That's how much they wanted to cop block. The only reason why they didn't attempt to was because they figured they weren't gonna make it, or they could have just walked up the stairs and came down on the other side and started cop blocking. But they figured they was gonna miss their train. But they could not stand it. They were just over there they're just uneasy, just pacing back and forth and shit. This shit is crazy. And this motherfucker's in his car fucking, and somebody just took something came over them. Let's just fuck with him. Jump on the hood of his car. What type of nigga are you to do some shit like that? Low frequency motherfuckers that deserve to die.
Counts. But oh well. A friend and I were sitting down at a table in a bar, having a few drinks. Two girls came over and sat down on the other side of the table. So naturally my friend and I were keen to start a conversation. Suddenly, some guy walked over near the table and stood around for perhaps 20 seconds, looking at his phone, before walking away. A horrible smell then descended upon us.
Do y'all hear this shit here? Let me read this again. So a dude went out of his way to pass gas by somebody just to fuck up the mood. That shit is crazy. Now remember, a lot of these hoes is all about the mood. Like when women say it's all about the mood, that's how I know they low frequency anyway. But at the end of the day, whether she's low frequency or not, nobody's supposed to fuck up your hunt. Whether you want to lay your dick on her forehead or marry her is your own business. But the point is, you over there for whatever reason you there for, and you are expecting to leave with some results for your actions. It's not for other people to decide whether or not you get laid or not. You know, so they completely out of pocket. And I know a lot of people going to hell for this type of shit. Making an ass out of himself.
The dude had walked over and unleashed a hell fart, and just walked off. Everyone could smell it. It was the type of odor that is almost physically assaulting you. The two girls looked at us with an expression of horror and disdain, before quickly getting up and hurrying off.
I'm trying to tell you, and that's that. Niggas was like gang stalking, like just nothing, like something just, and he just did something stupid. Like that one time I was doing comedy, I was like, dang, there's some fine Asian bitches. I can't wait for them to see my set. And they always like to make me go near the end, or, you know, like before or last. So I was before the headliner. Ooh, I'm almost up. I only got like one more person. Soon as I'm about to get up, or getting close to getting up, this white dude who was fat, short, with a beard, just started cursing those women out. I'm like, I know they was anticipating on seeing me. I can just see them. You know how you be seeing women lining up and stuff, and they just notice you there and stuff, and they be kind of looking back at you and stuff. Oh, I know he finna get up. As soon as that was about to happen, they just turned around and cussed those Asian women out. The mood was done. They went up into the other room drinking, and I walked past them. They just didn't even. They were so into themselves that they didn't even notice me. They were just over there just so riled up after that argument that dude. You know, that shit there is spiritual. You can't trust somebody. Like if you know somebody and they just cop block on somebody, you might want to end your friendship with them or your association with them.
We just sat there dumbfounded. Thinking back, I should have blamed my friend. Ooh, story time. I was in the Marines at a Bikinis and Martinez party down in Pacific Beach, CA in 2009. I saw this smoking hot chick and started talking to her. Everything was great, but then my buddy started hitting on her. He was deploying soon and this party was for him, so I backed off so he could have a chance. When the woman noticed the old switcheroo, she looked at me and said, "Am I being cock-blocked?" I stared at her blankly for a second or two. It feels like I'm being cock-blocked. I was getting to know you and now you backed off for your buddy. I said, yes. She said, well, I don't want to get to know him. I want to get to know you. My buddy stormed off and I said, just a sec. I went and talked to him, came back to the hot chick and said, I'm ready to get to know you now. We've been married for almost 4 years now and it's been great.
And he was doing some low frequency shit. Like I rarely hear dudes, you know, like a dude will usually do something like that when the chick is ugly. But like I said, personally, I rarely hear dudes doing stuff like that because that's pretty feminine for a dude to play the whole switcheroo like that. Okay, that's usually what bitches have been doing to me, you know. will act interested and I'll be over there talking to her, and then her little lesser attractive looking friend be the one trying to steal me away and shit. I'm like, hold up, we're not talking to you. That shit weird. But look, he got married for a low frequency action. Okay. This was a chick that was direct, by the way, for all you people that want to talk shit. Okay, she was direct, by the way. Okay, she made the move. She made the first move. She approached this nigga and said, I noticed that you're trying to do the old switcheroo. Okay, like I said, when you got a vision, can't nobody tell you nothing. People trying to tell you to not think the way you thinking are cop blockers, or they trying to. Okay, they trying to. I low-key want to just cut my freaking junk and tell them, but you know, I just know that they'll take it the wrong way because they probably rainbow zombies. But I'm telling you, you got to stick to your guns. Man, maybe you shouldn't think this way. You know, things, if you keep doing this, if you want it to be easier, you need to do this. Shut the fuck up. And like I said, when people trying to control your penis, they're trying to control your destiny. Cock blockers are destiny, what you call that shit? It's a word I'm looking for. I would just say destiny blockers. They're just trying to stop your destiny. But I don't think she should have been fucking with that nigga after that, to be honest with you. Low frequency shit. Maybe it made her feel better than him. Like I said, a lot of women basically want to feel like better women by messing with inferior men. So that's probably how he succeeded with that one. He should not have done. He cop blocked on himself essentially, and the chick basically said, "You cop blocking shit." Like, oh, I feel like I'm being cop blocked, when she really meant he cop blocked on himself. Dummy, she was going for you.
To think I could have missed out because I was trying to hook a friend up still gets me to this day. TL. DR. Woman called me out for her getting cock blocked. She's now my wife. Happened to me a few years ago. Was talking to this cute girl at a party all night. Got her number. Took some shots. Took some pictures together. Finally on our way home and she's sitting on my lap in the backseat reaching her hand up my shirt and shit. Guy in shotgun gets out and the driver goes, hey, the girl wanna come sit up front, I can't really see at the back window when you on his lap. Fuck that guy. And then he ended up dropping her off somewhere else and saying I couldn't get out there.
Like I said, like this something come over these people. This is not natural behavior. Okay, that is not natural behavior. They just get stupid. It just. Okay, that's that Agent Smith shit. And like I said, how come they never try to cop block when a rainbow zombie's harassing you? Like I said, that's how I know it's spiritual. It's the same thing. So if a rainbow zombie just fucked with you, like that one time I was in Florida, and I made a whole video about that shit. And then this rainbow zombie just sitting around just looking. I'm like, what the hell are you looking at? You know, just all across the other room, and people moving out the way so he can stare at me. I was like, damn. Everybody in the restaurant, everybody, even my sister. She was sitting in front of me. What the fuck made you get up out the way to make this nigga look at me? I said, get back over here. This rainbow zombie looking at me. Spiritual. Some was in her too. Okay. This ain't my younger sister that I always complain about. It was like my second to the older sister. Okay, but some be in these women. Okay, that was just the devil right there.
I was a senior in high school. There was this drop-dead gorgeous...
But like I said, they never stop a rainbow zombie for harassing you. They just move out the way. But when people just get that urge, they always try to make a nigga not succeed with women. Which is how I know all cop blockers are gay. When they do shit like that.
And saying I couldn't get out there. When I was a senior in high school, there was this drop-dead gorgeous young woman sitting alone at the corner of the coffee shop we were at. My friends dared me to hit on her. We ended up hitting it off very well, and appeared to be somewhat compatible. Right as I'm about to invite her elsewhere, my friend runs up to me, frazzles my hair and screams he's a male prostitute. It didn't make any sense, but it was awkward enough for the young woman to excuse herself.
Like I said, like a cop blocking is designed to really fuck with the woman's state of mind. Like I said, you don't give a fuck if somebody fuck up a mood. You're gonna, oh well, let's just pick up where we left off. And like I said, being a man and stuff, and knowing how to talk to women and this type of stuff, like we can make it look easy when we know how to do this type of stuff. And maybe it is easy, but at the same time, this shit take a lot of fucking energy, which is why I don't even approach women. I'm like, you know what? Why would I want to? I can give y'all a million videos of why I don't do it, but that shit is too much. Then you do all that type of shit only for a bitch to just let shit collapse without even trying to stop it from falling. Fuck you, bitch. Bitch ass nigga and a bitch is the same fucking thing. This shit, I'm telling you, these stories is really irritating. Like this, like you just know that you can't make shit up like this. You just can't do it. Okay. That shit is crazy. Let me tell y'all another cop blocking story. Okay. When I was in Perimeter College, I wasn't going there. I was just up there, And like me and my sister played. Okay. I'm always picking at my sister for having fat baby cheeks. And I think it's funny. I either pitch the cheeks and just kiss her or something on the cheeks while we at home or whatever around people we know. I'm like, oh, my fat little sister and stuff like this. And, that annoys my sister. She don't like people kissing on the cheeks. Okay. And it's just funny, all fun and games and stuff. So I'm sitting up here at the computer waiting on her to do what she's doing because I'm there with her. And I see this Vietnamese chick. And I was like, oh, this chick here bad. She was over a 7. Maybe a 7.5 or something shorter. She was a nice little looking lady. Would have been a nice freaking girlfriend to have. And she was actually talking to me and shit. I'm like, oh, she actually initiating conversation. It was neat. And tell me why my fat little sister come over there, kiss me dead on the cheeks. Okay, now that would have been funny had she, if people knew who she was. Okay, so the girl thought that was my girlfriend and she just got up and walked off. And I'd like to cuss her out for that shit later on. I'm like, I don't appreciate what you did. Okay, it don't make any sense because that's not how she play with me. Okay, she find that irritating usually when I'm just, messing with her like this and stuff and kissing on the cheeks like she's a little girl and stuff. But, that was crazy. Okay, but then again, me and my sister always had issues prior anyway. She been acting better now. But, that was just during that time. She wasn't acting quite as dumb then, but she was still always annoying. And she knew that shit. Like, she just can't stand it. Here's another time my sister cop blocked when I was, when she was working at Starbucks and one of them white girls was trying to talk to me. We had a lot of tension going on, sexual tension, flirting and stuff right here. Okay. And I forgot exactly what happened. I don't know if I asked her age or did she ask me my age, but clearly me and her had chemistry and my sister noticed that type of stuff. And she steps in and say, yeah, that's not important because you two ain't going to be dating. This is the same sister I'm talking about, by the way. And, the girl been acting weird ever since. I'm like, this shit here pissed me off. Nice looking white girl. Well, she wasn't the nicest looking white girl. She was, I would give her like a 6.5 or something. She was okay. Cute. Okay, almost a 7. She ain't look as good as that Vietnamese girl, but for a purely sexual standpoint, she would have been like a very nice fuck. Her body was good for her body type. Nothing wrong with her.
Friend of mine walked in on a guy and the guy's girlfriend going at it at a party. Stood at the door and waited till they noticed. At a bar on Halloween, a girl.
Did y'all just hear that shit? They don't know why they're doing it. Just the devil come over them.
My friend was talking to got distracted by this other guy while he was in the rest.
Hold on, let me. At a bar on Halloween, that girl my friend was talking to got distracted by this other guy while he was in the restroom.
He was trying to pull some fast moves, so I started to move awkwardly close next to him. He turned and said, "What the fuck, man?" I just started talking to him like I had no idea I was doing anything weird. "Hey man, cool costume. How is your night going? Sweet bar this place is." Girl turns away and goes to find my
I'm telling you, that shit there is crazy. Like I said, the women act the same way in every scenario where somebody cop block. They flee. Okay. Sometimes a woman cop block on themselves. Like the stories I be saying, like if I'm turning a woman on too much, they just if they wanna just watch me, and then I just, oh, okay, I know she watching, and I just pretend I know and just do some real sexy and stuff. I actually saw some teenagers do that shit the other day because when they was leaving, I was like, just giving me that look, and I'm like, yeah, I know why y'all going. Y'all going home to, to masturbate, probably masturbating each other. But they'll cop block on themselves, or they'll let people cop block on them.
Friend. As soon as she does, I just walk away from the other dude mid-sentence. Would have loved to have seen his face.
Just to be evil. Just to be evil. These people are sick. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because this video is 11 minutes. And I'm only at the 4-minute mark giving my commentary, so I'm pretty sure y'all would probably want to hear the rest of these stories for Reddit.
My friend was going through a breakup, so I was looking after her. We went to trivia night with my normal 2 couples and she subbed in for my so. A guy reeking of cologne and stale beer came over and crouched down by my friend and put his arm around her chair. I just had to come over here and tell you how beautiful you are. She looked uncomfortable and had been fighting back tears for several days. I put my leg on the rung of her chair and reached out and touched her leg. I butched up a bit and said excuse me, but she is here with me. Oh, Porzo, you're, like, together? Yep, we're together. Oh, sorry man. I love that he called me man since I'm a girl.
Just stupid. And like I said, whether or not, I don't care if he had cologne and all this type of stuff. Plus, you can't really listen to what people saying anyway. Okay. She was in a state of vulnerability right here. Okay, usually when chicks like this, a dude that she's talking to, she'll end up fucking, She was crying and I ended up fucking her, So, this chick here just basically he think he finna get an easy lay. Because she's a girl, so she understands what's going on. Okay. And like I said, the chick wasn't acting like this. So she clearly, in my opinion, was not in the right to do that. Women know how to protect themselves. So can nobody just sit back here and try to give me an excuse to why the friend was right for doing that? She wasn't right for doing that shit. She ain't shit. Okay. People look for reasons to tell themselves that they are about something for doing something shitty.
Old buddy of mine was my ride when we decided to head out to a bar one night. We step up to the bar and I notice a group of girls sitting at the corner of the bar. I grab my drink and head over to their group. Was 4 or 5 good-looking women. One was giggling with me and matching shots with me. He comes over and starts trying to be all smooth and flirtatious. They completely embarrass him and blow him off. He was really a cocky prick and they caught on right away. So me and my girl start dancing and really having a great time. He is sitting at the bar by himself and really pissed off. She heads to the bathroom and he says he's leaving. He says he's going to the bathroom and heading home. So I go out to the truck thinking, oh well, lots of fish in the sea. End up passing out in the truck and wake up 2 hours later when he gets back in the truck. Still in the parking lot BTW. Hey. That chick was asking about you and we ended up dancing and drinking and I got her number.
These are some strange people. And like I said, I don't necessarily believe, like, what is a cocky prick? Like I said, women like cocky pricks. Like I said, I don't believe this story. I think they just being the devil. Like people, like I said, people tell themselves stuff to fuck with other people. Okay. And then why would you just sit there and he's sitting by himself at the bar by himself, really lonely and pissed off. She heads to the bathroom. He says she's leaving. He says he's going to the bathroom and heading home. So they seem to be watching this dude a little too much, for people to be minding their own business. This shit weird. That's why I don't believe this story really. So I got out to the truck thinking, oh well, lots of fish in the sea. End up passing up in the truck and wake up 2 hours later when he gets back in the truck, still in the parking lot, by the way. Hey, that chick was asking about you and we end up dancing and drinking and I don't even understand this shit. This shit sounds dumb.
Needless to say, I did not go anywhere else with him again.
Okay, I'm trying to piece together this story right here. I'm trying to. An old buddy of mine was was riding when we decided to go out to a bar one night. We stepped up to the bar and I noticed a group of girls sitting at the corner of a bar. I grabbed my drink and head over to that group. About 4 or 5 good-looking women was giggling with me. Oh, okay, I get what he's saying. Okay, I read the shit wrong. I heard it wrong. Anyway, one was giggling with me and matching shots with me. He comes over and starts trying to be all smooth and flirtatious. Oh, okay, I see. He got one of them type of niggas with him. So they completely embarrass him and blow him off. So disregard that part. I really just heard the shit wrong. So they completely embarrass him and blow him off. I go through shit like that all the time. Niggas and be around me and thinking, oh, this girl over here looking at me. I'm like, she looking at me, nigga. You know, sometimes I just have to be like, I'm pretty sure he knows what time it is. And the next time, yeah, she looking at you. So that's, and you know, that dude that told me that ended up cop blocking on me later on, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you that story in the next video. Let's see. They completely embarrassed him and blew him off. He was a really cocky prick. Okay, that's why he said that. And they caught on right away. But even though a lot of women still like cocky niggas though, but I guess in this story he's telling the truth. So me and my girl started dancing and really having a great time. He is sitting at the bar by himself and really pissed off. She heads to the bathroom and says, and he says he's leaving. He goes, he says he's going to the bathroom, heading home. So I got out of the truck thinking, oh well, that's sufficient to see. And I end up passing out in the truck and wake up 2 hours later back in the truck, still in the parking lot. Hey, that chick was asking about you. And we ended up dancing and drinking, and I got her number. And he did something dirty behind his back. I thought the story was about the dude, you know, having something dumb happening to him when he cop blocked on the nigga that's telling the story. So he says, needless to say, I did not go anywhere else with him again. All right, I'm finna just end this here and read the rest on the next video. And this has been the Negro Ninja. No, wait, before I go. Like I said, you do got to be careful. But I'm going to elaborate on this again, though. You cannot really... Like I said, there's a reason why I say dudes are pussy repellent. But anyway, this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.